Hello everyone, welcome back to my video. This is the third part of literary device. So, literary devices are techniques that writers use to create a special and pointed effect in their writing to convey information or to help readers understand their writing on a deeper level. Often, literary devices are used in writing for emphasis or clarity. So, we'll start with the first one. The first one is irony. It is an expression of one's meaning in a language contrary to one's word or the expression of meaning through the use of words which normally mean the opposite in order to be humorous or to emphasize a point. Irony is a storytelling tool used to create a contrast between how things seem and how they really are beneath the surface. Actually, irony is an indirect method of making fun of someone. The term comes from the Latin word ironia, which means feigned ignorance. Irony can be categorized into different types, including verbal irony, dramatic irony, and situational irony. The verbal irony, a contradiction between a statement's stated and intended meaning. Dramatic irony and tragic irony as well, a disparity of awareness between an actor and an observer when words and action possess significance that the listener or audience understands but the speaker or character doesn't. The third one is situational irony, the disparity of intention and result when the result of an action is contrary to the desired or expected effect. There are so many irony as well, like classical irony, romantic irony, cosmic irony as well. The definition of irony as a literary device is a situation in which there is a contrast between expectations and reality. For example, the difference between what something appears to mean versus its literal meaning. The second one is metaphor, a word or phrases used in an imaginative way to represent or stand for something else. For example, the long arm of law. The English metaphor derived from Greek. A metaphor is a figure of speech that, for rhetorical effect, directly refers to one thing by mentioning other. It may provide clarity or identify hidden similarities between two ideas. In this way, metaphors are used in poetry to explain and elucidate emotions, feelings, relationship, other elements that could not be described in ordinary language. Poets also use metaphor as a way of explaining or referring to something in a brief but effective way. Now come to the third, it's lyric. The word of a poem that expresses the writer's thought and emotions. Lyrics are words that make up a song, usually consisting of verses and chorus. Lyric poetry is a form of poetry which expresses personal emotions or feeling. You can see there are many kinds of lyrics. First one, an elegy, is a mournful, it is a sad poem or a song that expresses sorrow for someone who has been lost or died. Second one is ode. An ode is a lyrical poem that expresses intense feelings such as love, respect, or praises for someone or something. The third one is sonnet. A sonnet uses 14 lines and follows iambic pentameter with 5 pairs of ascended and unascended syllables. Dramatic monologue. A dramatic monologue has theatrical quality, which means that the poem portrays a solitary speaker communing with the audience without any dialogue coming from other characters. Originated from Greek and Latin, the lyric word, lyric poetry expresses the thoughts and feelings of the poet and is sometimes contrasted with narrative poetry and verse drama, which related events in the form of a story. Satire, a literary composition written with an aim to prevent vices, a thing that brings ridicule, irony, sarcasm. Satire can be on political subject, religious subject, and it can be personal. Satire is the branch of literature which shows or examines the vices and feeling. Satire is a genre of literature and performing arts, usually fiction and less frequently in non-fiction, in which vices, follies, abuses are helped to ridicule, ideally with the intent of shaming individuals, corporations, governments, or society itself into improvement. Satire has been called the oldest form of social commentary. Satire also gets people to pay attention to social issues when they might otherwise ignore them. The Greek playwright Aristophanes was one of the first satirists that we know of. In his play, he made fun of religious figures, politicians, and philosophers, all with humor and irony. The next one is blank verse. It is blank only in the sense that its lines do not rhyme. It is not metrically blank. Blank verse is any verse comprised of unrhythmed lines all in the same meter, usually iambic pentameter. It was developed in Italy and became widely used during the Renaissance because it resembled classical unrhymed poetry. Blank verse is frequently said to mirror the roughly iambic speech patterns of conventional English. Unrhyming iambic pentameter, also called heroic verse, this 10 syllabless line is the predominant rhythm of traditional English dramatic and epic poetry, as it is considered the closest to English speech patterns. Many famous English writers have used blank verse in their works, such as William Shakespeare and John Milton. The last one is ballads. A ballad is a form of verse, often a narrative set to music. It was most popular form of medieval poetry. Ballads were particularly characterized of the popular poetry and songs of Britain and Ireland from the later medieval period until the 19th century. A sentimental ballad is an emotional style of music that often deals with romantic and intimate relationship and to a lesser extent war, politics and religion, usually in a poignant but solemn manner. Example: The Rime of Ancient Mariner is a ballad poem by S.T. Coleridge, written in 1797 and 98 and published in 1798. First in the first edition of Lyrical Ballads. Some modern editions used a revised version printed in 1870 that features a gloss. Along with other poems in lyrical ballads, it is often considered a single shift of modern poetry and the beginning of the British Romantic literature. So that's it for this video lecture. Thank you everyone. Have a great day ahead. Keep enjoying.